Howdy everyone, my name is Bailey and I haven't spoken into a camera since the end of June.
Where'd it go?
So I just wanted to start today with a bit of a recap like I normally do. So lots been happening, funnily enough, since we last spoke. I just dropped my remastered album of some of my older tracks, things like that, did a bit of a remix and put them all together. So called that one Been There, Lived That. That's like the hub of what I have on Spotify now and all the platforms, plus the stuff I got going with Monte. I've been doing more with him and I'll get him to go further into all of those things, but we did just drop a single. We dropped Sword of Fight, which we also had Will from Total Radio Silence singing on, and that was awesome to have his keen ear on things and work on that together. It was another remote track that Monte and I worked on together, and we're pretty stoked with how it came up. The other thing that I did that actually had sort of nothing to do with tracks, so to speak, I launched a podcast, born on the idea that I came up with one night. I was messaging Monte and we sort of piloted the idea with me and him and sort of went from there, and then 12 episodes down the road, it was a really fun venture. So I had lots of Sunny Coast artists and guys from Melbourne and overseas. It was really good to have a chat to people one-on-one and just sort of see what they were doing, what everyone was still up to, a bit of their story, and a way to communicate with them and sort of check in a way that wasn't asking something about the virus or something like that. So you can find the Ask a Muso podcast on my YouTube, and yeah, if you haven't watched one or you missed an episode, they're all there, so head over there. So Monte and my collaborations, been a lot between him and I over this like COVID time, so I'll let him go into more detail with that. Over to you, Monte.
Sweet, thanks Bailey. So first of all, we released Brother, which was our first single that we'd ever recorded and released while being remote. Especially during this COVID time, it was imperative that we kept our music flow going, and this was a great way to do it. We also recorded the video for Brother right here in our own homes, and that turned out really well, so thank you all for looking at that one. There was also Society, which was part of Bailey's EP that he released of the remasters of some of his old songs. I was lucky enough to play guitar in that track, which was phenomenal. I just love playing with Bailey, it's one of the best things to do, and I really hope we're going to keep doing that. Also, speaking of our collaborations, I was the first guest to be on Bailey's podcast, Ask the Muso, which was a great way to spend our time in this lockdown period, especially not being able to go outside and go to gigs and all that. It was really cool to see how it all sort of progressed from then, and all the guests that were on were absolutely amazing. I loved watching that podcast, so I was really happy that I was the first one to be on it. We also did a few covers together. Holiday by Green Day, which is a really fun one to do, one of my all-time favourite songs. Spontaneously, we decided to do a cover of Sir Duke by Stevie Wonder, which was also really great fun. I remember doing that one in high school. It kind of gave me a bit of nostalgia doing that one too, which was great. We did a cover of Ghost of You by Five Sauce, which was great. So that one released back on October the 9th. Make sure you go check that one out. As for myself, I've done a few of my own little covers on Instagram. If you look at my tag, I've done a few covers of Machine Gun Kelly and Five Sauce, who I'm really digging at the minute. Thinking about getting a few more out, once I kind of settle down with university work and whatnot. All these things I've been talking about are all in Bailey's YouTube under the Bailey and Monte playlist. So that's pretty much all from me. I'll chuck it back to you, Bailey.
Alright, so Total Radio Silence, all things band. So Total Radio Silence, we were on the cusp of a few things, which I think I mentioned in my last vlog that couldn't happen for obvious reasons. But we've come out of this period having rehearsed a fair bit and started writing stuff once we were able to get back together. And we've got a new album coming out, 11 songs. The first single of those is going to be Tear, and Tear is going to be coming out on the 30th of October. And the next single, we're going to go before the end of the year with Silver Street, and that's going to be early December for a 2021 release of the album. So we're all stoked, all done in-house. Will's on the mix and the master and producing it all. And we've all just got together and done our own bits, and yeah, it's been an awesome experience. It's been so much fun, and it's been something awesome to work towards whilst shows haven't been happening. The other thing we did, which was sort of a hybrid of recording and shows, is Greg from Backdoor Jams hit us up and asked us to be involved, and we were stoked. So we just did that and played our new set, of which pretty much none of the songs have been heard before. We can't wait for that to be seen and heard. Not sure what the time limit is on that, but yeah, really excited for that when it does come out. Gigs wise, we actually have picked up a couple of things. We're running like an in-house gig thing just for close family and friends that weren't able to get to the Backdoor Jam set. We're doing that later in October, before we have our first real gig, so to speak, in Brizzy at the Flaming Galah. Hopefully it's the start of many things regarding gigs and the like for this year. November 26th for that one, and really keen for that. So upcoming shows and projects that I've got going on, just myself. Biggest thing that's most exciting for me is I've got a show with the amazing Carlu at Soul Bar on Friday the 13th of November. So stoked, haven't got back in the Soul Bar room since everything shut down, and it'll be awesome to play with her. We connected over the podcast, and now that things are back online, she hit me up and she's really keen to do a collaboration and do her live show for a single launch. Awesome to be up there on the stage with her, because she's an absolute champion, and yeah, that's sort of the only other show I've got going on at the moment, but you never know, things could change. The other thing I have, I'm working on with a fellow Big Sound Percussion drummer again, doing another drum collaboration. I don't want to give it away too much because it's, it's tying in with the band stuff, but it's going to be a drum collaboration, hopefully releasing out soon around the time that Tear is coming out. And yeah, we're both really keen for that, and I'll let you know when that's coming out. Hopefully some more things come up in the show department, whether it be with the band or with be in another way. So I'm just sort of keeping my ears and eyes open for that. So that about wraps it up for me at the moment. I have aspirations to hopefully pick up anything else that comes up, but right now that's what I got going on, and it's keeping me more than busy enough, especially for the month of October. So you know how to find me, Bailey Drummer, on everything. Until next time, I'll see you later.